Hello, Yana. I looked at your video about the evolution and change in second person pronouns between Old English and Modern English. And this is interesting because the evolution of second person pronouns in English actually tells us a lot about how the language and even social relationships changed over time. Because in Old English, there were two main ways to say you. The singular form was you, spelled with that thorn-looking letter that looks like a P with a cross, and the plural form was G. So you're talking to one person, you would say you. But you're talking to a group, you would say G. This is similar to how some modern languages, like French or Spanish, still make a distinction between singular and plural you. As English moved into the Middle English period, the form started to shift. You became thou, and G became ye. Then English borrowed a new pronoun, you, from the obvious case of ye. What's really interesting about this is that people started using you not just for plural form, but also as a more polite way to address one person. Kind of like how in French, vos is a polite form instead of tu. So if you wanted to show respect or formality, you would say you instead of thou. By the time we reached the early modern English period, around the time of Shakespeare, that social distinction became very noticeable. Thou, which is to intimacy, affection, and sometimes even disrespect, while you was formal and polite. You can actually see that in some of Shakespeare's plays. When a character switches from you to thou, it often signals a change in emotional tone or social dynamics. Eventually, you completely took over for both singular and plural use, which is what we have today in modern English. So in a sense, we lost that clear singular, plural, and informal distinction. Some modern dialects, though, have tried to bring it back, like the use of the word y'all in the American South or you guys in some other regions of the United States, which have tried to fill in that plural gap again. So the change from you and G to just you isn't just about grammar. It reflects shifting ideas about politeness, hierarchy, and community in English-speaking societies over centuries. Thank you, Yana, for your video.